As we now go to 5 red lights for the Singapore Grand Prix. Is usually chaos around here. The drivers are now ready to go, and I think HP Desktop did get a pretty good start as they now enter into turn 1. HP with Desktop with a lovely start, leading by almost 8/10. Tano up into P2. HP is going to be in P3 with Jacob and Bobby going side by side there. The AlphaTauri on the inside, just able to hold up Bobby, but as Bobby tried the switchback on the AlphaTauri, as we now go down the straight, and he is going to be side by side with the AlphaTauri, who is going to be better going into turn 7. The AlphaTauri holds it around the inside, bit of contact there, and Bobby has been forced off a little bit as they usually is about to go 3 wide into turn 8, and Bobby had to try and just stay in front, and Somatic Coast is in P6 with Raven in P7. Mr. Brightside not with the best of starts, not really the best of starts for Jacob either, but it is HP Desktop, Tano and Tetraby, the top 3 on this opening lap. Tano in P2. I think, is that Bobby that's had a little bit of a moment? I think he has, and crashing into the wall, so I don't know what's really happening with him, but he has lost an end plate, going quite wide there, and he has pulled off to the side of the track. And, oh, he's retired on track. That's going to be a penalty point coming his way, and that's what we mean. Is his strategy going to pay off for him? Oh, and Tanner's gone very wide there, very close to contact with Tetraby, but Tetraby, with that mistake, has been able to get up into P2, and he can, I think I've disconnected, but yeah, Tano is now back in front by 2.8 seconds. I didn't see that.
Oh, and the Alpha pulls down to the inside at a late move. Can he stick the move?
A little bit of contact.
Raven. And he has to back out that move. His teammate, though, not overtaking him, choosing to play the team game. Sorry,
Jacob behind on 37.
The inside. And on the inside.
Down the inside.
He does, but he kind of forces Raven off the track. That might be
I think Raven, I definitely think Raven will be reporting that one.
Yep, and he defends from the Alpha Romeo's teammate. I'd say that's... I think that is a penalty for the Red Bull. Sorry, the Alpha Romeo, Mr. Brightside.
Oh, that's Raven who's hit the wall, and he's done a George Russell. Almost.
Raven
lost his front wing for sure.
Raven will be screaming.
Yeah, hitting the inside wall and just getting a bit too close. And we do have a VSC.
But HP just chilling on 90. Oh, the gap is closed rapidly.
Yeah, I think Desktop kind of lifted off a lot, maybe debating whether to go into the pits, but then thinks not to. Oh, and Tano gets a drive through for speeding under the VSC. So is Tetraby as well, but Tano is in a battle with Desktop, and Tano is coming now, and Tetraby is as well. So they are coming in, so that's going to promote Jacob to P2.
I mean, he's prepared and ready, and sends it down the inside of the Aston Martin.
And he's easily passed. But HP Desktop now has pitted, and no, he is on to hards.
So now Jacob needs to extend his advantage on hard tyre.
With Desktop on the fresh hards though. If he pushes like absolute mad, then he might be able to get a bit of a undercut, but he's being passed by Mr. Brightside, Somatic and Mick as well.
Jacob could very much well do softs if he makes it to that 21.
And Tano has put himself in front of HP Desktop, and I know how weird it sounds, but will Tano actually technically hold up Desktop? No, he isn't. I thought Tano was probably going to hold him up to actually help Tetraby slightly.
You know, this is great for Jacob because he's got cleaner. He's on the hard tire, so
yeah,
no matter what tire he goes to, it'll be faster. And Desktop's being held up by other cars.
Although he is sending one down the inside of Mick though, and he's already up into P4.
That means the advantage that HP Desktop has to Jacob will not be as severe, so he might not even get undercut that badly, and then he'll have the faster tires.
But he's going to send one on the Aston Martin already. He is flying on those hards.
That was a beautiful move, I'll be honest.
He tries one around the outside. Now goes to the switchback. Wow.
Wow. He has just dominated that whole... Wow.
He's made 4 moves in the space of a lap.
Oh, rain.
Is there?
Rain.
Oh my God, there is. Has Jacob pulled off a masterclass?
No way.
Somatic Coast is the first driver to get time penalties, but yeah, there is rain.
Jacob, if you can hear me, stay out. Stay out. Make the tires work. What's he put it to?
He is going to. Yeah, he's okay. So he is pulling the trigger already. Yeah, that is way too early.
He's just gonna burn his tires out.
Yeah, absolutely. Mick is the next one to pull the trigger. Is he gonna go onto the Inters?
Oh no, Alfa Romeo, what's he doing? That's nowhere. That is not wet.
Yeah, it is.
Like you.
I mean, in the pit lane, you could argue for it, but around like the entirety of the track, it's not just about one sector.
We don't drive in the pit lane. Are we racing in the pit lane?
Well, no, but that's
what are you guys doing?
You know that's that's what the game doesn't take into account.
They've bottled, and now Raven is
Tano down the inside of Somatic Coast, though. I
mean, Tano comes in for the Inters now, but it's not wet enough.
No,
I don't think it's. I think this could be a dry race for the rest of the race.
Oh, and Techby has as well.
DRS is still enabled though, so I think it's still dry. All on the Inters. ERS deployed, slipstream as well. What can Alfa Romeo do to the Red Bull? As he pulls to the outside.
Ooh.
Tano brakes way later though. That might have compromised his exit.
Oh, and he has. There's Mr. Brightside alongside though. He is. Tries the switchback. Isn't able to get it though.
I think now is a decent time.
I think both of them should mainly. Yeah, and Jacob's coming in. Desktop staying out.
Okay, so Desktop might suffer from that. But let's be real, it is Desktop and yes, like...
There is 6 laps remaining though. 7 laps actually.
Will it be wet enough?
I don't know.
And how much time has Jacob lost from staying out?
He is going on to Inters. Yeah, Matico staying out though.
Ferrari and AlphaTauri side by side. Techby making the move around the outside of the Alfa Romeo. What a move in the wet conditions. DRS is still enabled though. And that will give the Ferrari the advantage on Raven West. Marbles are everywhere on everyone's tires. Ooh. And he fakes the move to the inside, goes around the outside. He's very, very close between these two drivers.
Gone wide
and he gets the switch back. What a move from the Ferrari driver. That was pretty impressive.
Somatic soft.
To literally...
He hasn't gone to Inters.
And the lap hasn't finished yet. There's red flag, and that might be Raven. There's Tano.
I think Tano might have hit the wall. Yeah. There's no damage though.
Techby gets past him.
Maybe it was a spin for Tano.
Sorry, Somatic Coast is closing, and DRS is still enabled into Mick.
Ah, yeah.
And he's gonna make the move. He pulled to the inside and got so much overspeed compared to the Alfa Romeo.
Wow.
The Alfa Romeo brakes later, and he gets ahead on the softs in the intermediate condition. That is
this is baffling. Like what is the is it actually Inters? Like I don't actually know what tires it is.
And
Jacob's caught up by Jacob's caught up by 4 seconds already.
Yeah, he's
Mick has gone down the inside of Somatic Coast, so Mick has retaken that P5 spot off Somatic, so it is Interweather. It is definitely Inters, and Jacob is just catching up.
Ooh,
he's caught up by 5 seconds this lap. Jacob could still be on for it. There's a yellow flag, and that is Desktop. That is Desktop.
He started George Russell, and that gives Jacob the chance, the opportunity to get the win. He's only 3 seconds off with 3 laps left to go.
This is very interesting.
Oh, this is a fabulous race. Oh, this is great. This is what racing is, mate.
This could be a last lap shootout. And yeah, Desktop is pitting.
He pulls into the pit.
And as he comes through the final chicane, really tricky to stop, as you can see. But he is going to be out in front by 19.8 seconds across the final corner. And he will see the checker flag and will win the Singapore Grand Prix. It has been an absolute amazing strategic race for Jacob. Like Big B said, not the fastest driver, but he is the smartest driver and has pitted for Inters at the right amount of time and wins the race. Desktop will have to finish for P2. He was on contention for a win, but it wasn't able to make that stick. And then Tetraby will be coming across the final corner to eventually take P3. And that is going to be an excellent result for the Ferrari, taking a 2 and 3 here at Singapore, at a wet Singapore. And then Tano now will be the next driver that will be crossing the lap, sliding it through. That's the final part of that chicane there, and I will come across the final corner to take P4 here. Mick will take P5, so good points for Alpha as well, with Mr. Brightside as well. That will be eventually finishing in P6, with Raven in P7, and Somatic Coast will finally be finishing in P8 when he comes across the line. But Mr. Brightside, P6, and that is a good point there for the both for both Alfa Romeos.